What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another video on the channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be predicting every single NFL Week 12 game. I think. I don't know. Yeah, it's Thanksgiving week, so yeah, let's just get straight into this. Remember, if you guys like these videos, be sure to subscribe to the channel as it does help out a lot. Okay, so first game is the Houston Texans at the Detroit Lions, and right, okay, so I think I'll take the Texans in this game. So the Detroit Lions, they like just put up 0 points against the Carolina Panthers, and the Panthers defense really isn't the greatest. So don't know what to think about their offense. And granted, the Houston Texans defense also isn't really good. Like, if you can't put up any points against the Panthers defense, how are you going to put up points against the Texans defense? And then the Houston Texans, like, they have Deshaun Watson, okay? The Detroit Lions don't really have the best defense in the world. And the Houston Texans, you know, even though they traded away DeAndre Hopkins, they still have Will Fuller, Randall Cobb, Brandon Cooks, and Kenny Stills. So they still have a very good wide receiver group even without DeAndre Hopkins. So yeah, I think the Houston Texans should be able to put up a lot of points, or not a lot, but at least enough points to win this game, because I just don't trust the Lions offense. So yeah, I'll take the Houston Texans to win this game. Right, next is going to be the Washington football team at the Dallas Cowboys. I'll take the football team to win this game. So, like, the Dallas Cowboys, you know, everyone's, like, super high on them because they finally won a game. But it was, like, against the Vikings, and, like, even though people were high against the Vikings, or no, high on the Vikings because, like, they beat the Packers, like, for the majority of the season, the Vikings were a very good football team. So, yeah, and also, I'll take Washington's quarterback is better than Dallas's quarterback. And like, dude, Alex Smith over Andy Dalton any day. Okay, the wide receivers. The Dallas Cowboys do have better weapons, but like the Dallas Cowboys offensive line, even with Zach Martin back, still isn't very good. And the Washington football team's offensive line was ranked number 1 last week against the Bengals by Pro Football Focus. So there has to be something there. Maybe the Washington football team's offensive line is playing better. So, so I take the Washington football team's offense over the Dallas Cowboys offense, just because the Dallas Cowboys don't have a good offensive line, and then couple that with the Washington football team having a very good defensive line, and Andy Dalton won't have any time to throw, so he'll be very wild, and the Dallas Cowboys probably won't be able to put up that many points. And the Dallas Cowboys, the Dallas Cowboys defense really has been playing better in the last few weeks. But I just don't see how Alex Smith just won't put up at least like 20 plus points. So yeah, I'll take the football team in this game. Alright, next game is the Las Vegas Raiders at the Atlanta Falcons. And I'll take the Raiders in this game. So the Raiders just looked like amazing last week playing the Chiefs. And they almost won that game. Came down to a game-winning drive by Patrick Mahomes. Right, so they looked very good. And you have to think that maybe the momentum will keep them going. And plus, they want to win the division, obviously. So they got to start winning games, so they'll be extra motivated to beat a very bad team in the Falcons. So the Falcons' defense kind of sucks. There's just like no other way of putting it. And the Raiders' offense is very good. They have a lot of weapons. Nelson Aguilar has turned out to be a very good player for them. Henry Ruggs, a very good speedster. They also have Darren Waller, obviously Josh Jacobs. And they have Derek Carr throwing the ball to all of them and handing the ball off to Josh Jacobs. So the offense is very lethal. And the Raiders obviously have a very good offensive line. So, like, the offense is, like, not the problem. And, like, now the Falcons' offense also is very good. Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley, Todd Gurley, all very good weapons. But I don't think that the Falcons' offensive line really is the greatest. And I think that Max Crosby should be able to, like, even though the Raiders don't have a very good pass rush, which is unfortunate because because that's honestly the weakness in the Atlanta Falcons offense. They should be able to at least pressure Matt Ryan a little bit. And I just can't pick the Falcons here just because they haven't really looked like a very good football team. So yeah, I'll take the Raiders. Okay, next game is going to be the Los Angeles Chargers at the Buffalo Bills. I'll take the Bills to win this game. So first off, the Chargers they just really aren't that good. They got Justin Herbert got his second win of the season, and his 2 wins are against the Jets and the Jaguars, the two worst teams in the NFL. So yeah, you can't really take too much away from that. And the Buffalo Bills are a very good football team, one of the best in the NFL, and definitely one of the best in the AFC. So yeah, I'll take the Bills to win this game. Okay, next game is the New York Giants at the Cincinnati Bengals, and I'll take the Giants here. So the Giants have been actually playing very good football. It's just that they've been playing some very good teams, like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They played very close to them, but they've actually been getting better and better and better. And now the Bengals obviously are going to be way worse off without Joe Burrow. They have, I think, Ryan Finley. Could be mistaken. I don't know who their starter is. And I don't know. I'm pretty sure their starter is someone named Allen. But yeah, I don't care because he sucks, okay? And the New York Giants should be able to pressure him. The Cincinnati Bengals offensive line just sucks. Actually sucks. So on top of having a bad quarterback, you're going to have a bad quarterback who just doesn't have any time. That is not a recipe for success. And yeah, Daniel Jones is obviously going to turn the ball over 1 or 2 times in this game. But I just think that the Bengals defense is just so bad that Daniel Jones should be able to at least put up some points. So I'll take the Giants here. Okay, next game is the Cleveland Browns at the Jacksonville Jaguars. I feel like I don't have to explain this one. So the Jaguars are one of the worst teams in the NFL. So yeah, I'll take the Cleveland Browns to win this one. Okay, next game is going to be the Tennessee Titans at the Indianapolis Colts. Now this is a tough division game. Both of them are coming off huge wins. The Titans just beat the Ravens, and the Colts just beat the Packers, 2 very good teams. Now, Now, this is a tough one. Obviously, the Colts, demolished the Titans last time they played, and that's something you have to take into consideration. But, actually, no. Should I change? No, okay, I'm going to stay with my pick. I'll pick the Colts to win this game. The Colts obviously have an amazing defense. And they should be able to shut down Ryan Tannehill like they did in their last meeting. And the Colts have a great offensive line, even though that drive against Green Bay was just you can't do that, okay? 10 penalties I think in the total drive. You just can't do that, okay? So yeah, but other than that, the Colts have shown that they have a very good offensive line. Phillip Rivers can show that he can be good when he has time to throw the ball, and their running game has also been very good. And the Tennessee Titans defense isn't really that greatest, so I'll take the Colts to win this game. Okay, next game is going to be the Miami Dolphins at the New York Jets. I'm going to be taking the Miami Dolphins. I don't know if I have to explain this one. The Jets are kind of the worst team in the NFL, and take the last game out aside, Tua's been very good. So the game against the New York Jets will probably just be a bounce back game because the Jets just make everyone look good. Right. Okay. So next is going to be the Carolina Panthers at the Minnesota Vikings. Okay, I think I'll take the Vikings. I'm just gonna write last week off as a fluke for the Vikings. Maybe they could make the playoffs. I don't know if they can make the playoffs at this point. But the Carolina Panthers don't have a very honestly these two teams are very similar. Both have amazing running games. Both have trash defenses, and both have above average quarterbacks, not the greatest quarterbacks that can just take over a game. And both teams have very good weapons, so don't really know who to pick here, but I'll pick the Vikings just because I think their defense is a little bit better than the Panthers. And I think Dalvin Cook is better than Mike David, I think his name was. And even though Mike David has proven himself to be a very good running back this season, I don't know about him. And if Christian McCaffrey plays, well, then that's a different story. Don't know if Christian McCaffrey's going to play. But, yeah, I'll take the Vikings here just because I trust their offense and defense a little bit more. Okay, so next game is going to be the Arizona Cardinals at the New England Patriots. Right, okay, so I'll pick the Cardinals here. The New England Patriots just looked like terrible against the Texans last week. And the Cardinals fought to like the last second against the Seattle Seahawks. A very good game that was, and they almost won it. So yeah, I'll take the Cardinals. Like they have an amazing offense, which should be able to put up a lot of points against the New England Patriots defense. And the Patriots just don't really have an explosive offense, so I don't see them putting up too many points. So yeah, I'll take the Cardinals here. Okay, next game is the Baltimore Ravens at the Pittsburgh Steelers, and this is a game that I could actually see the Baltimore Ravens winning. I almost picked them just because like they like have so much to play for. Because if they lose this game, they're going to go to I think 6-5 on the year, and that's not a good record. But yeah, I'll take the Pittsburgh Steelers just because I think that well, first of all, they'll feel angry because like they had a primetime game on Thanksgiving, and now it's getting moved back. And so the Pittsburgh Steelers should have a lot of motivation, and I just think that their offense should be able to run the ball effectively and pass the ball effectively against the Baltimore Ravens defense, which really hasn't been playing the greatest this season. And I just don't trust Lamar. Like I know it's like kind of early to say this, but like Lamar Jackson, like honestly, he might be turning back into a running back because he has less than 200 yards per game. That's bad, okay? So he can't throw the ball. And now his running game has admittedly been pretty good, but the Baltimore Ravens have both of their top two running backs out, so they have to go to the third string, or I don't know, maybe he's the second string, I don't know, like Gus Edwards, who of course is a pretty decent running back, but like it's not going to be the same running attack that it was with Mark Ingram and J.K. Dobbins, so I'll take the Steelers to win this game. Okay, next game is going to be the New Orleans Saints against the Denver Broncos. I also feel like I don't have to explain this one. I think the Saints are going to win. They're one of the like top 3, top 5 teams in the NFL, and the Denver Broncos just really aren't the greatest of teams. Okay, next is the San Francisco 49ers at the Los Angeles Rams. Again, I don't feel like I have to explain this one. The San Francisco 49ers have been very beat up. Don't have like really anyone left on their team. And the Los Angeles Rams have been playing very exceptional football as of late. They beat 2 very good teams, and the Buccaneers and the Seahawks in the past 2 weeks. So I'll take the Rams here. All right, next game is going to be the Kansas City Chiefs at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I'll take the Chiefs here. I think the Chiefs are the best team in the NFL, and like while the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are probably like top 10 or something, I just don't think that their defense is going to be able to contain Patrick Mahomes in that offense. And honestly, I just don't trust the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense anymore. I think that they have too many weapons, too many mouths to feed, and that makes Tom Brady, like, honestly, that'll probably make Antonio Brown get mad soon. And honestly, since Antonio Brown's, he's played 3 games, they're 1-2 in those games. So yeah, they haven't looked like very good. And since Antonio Brown came, so I'll take the Kansas City Chiefs here. Next is going to be the Green Bay Packers versus the Chicago Bears, and I'll take the Packers here. Like the Packers, don't really know what to make of them. They should have won that game. Dominated the first half, and scored 3 points in the second half. So yeah, big drop off there. But I feel like Aaron Rodgers should be able to put up at least some points against the Bears defense, and I don't think that the Bears offense probably won't even put up any points against the Green Bay Packers defense. So yeah, I'll take the Packers here. And then the Seattle Seahawks at the Philadelphia Eagles. I'll take the Seahawks in this game. The Philadelphia Eagles have looked terrible this season. And the Seahawks, they've had ups and downs, but I still trust Russell Wilson. Their defense seems to be getting better. So yeah, I'll take the Seahawks to win this game. So that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy. And if you guys did, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys in the next video. Too easy!